Hello everybody, it is the new month of September, and this is what you will be getting from me this month. I hope you like that little new intro there in the beginning. And, mainly that's what this video is going to focus on today, is why I've stopped playing Tier 10. Because, normally you'd think, okay, the noobs at this game are going to be playing lower tier tanks. When actually, in reality, they're playing the higher tier tanks. They just don't know what they're doing with them. Now, I know that may sound like I'm complaining about scrubs, and complaining about bad teams, and all that kind of junk that you get from those people who think they're all high and mighty and think everyone else is garbage. But you're exactly right. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I'm all high and mighty and that everyone else is garbage. I'm just saying that this game does revolve around a lot of teamwork. And if you're going to get things done in World of Tanks, well, that's why there's platoons. And that's why it's a team-based game. You want to get your teamwork together if you're going to be able to win matches successfully. And that first part, that clip at the beginning, when that actually initially happened, I was pretty pissed. And I did end up looking at the guy's profile, and yes, I did send him unnecessary hate mail. So, I'm not a perfect person, but I don't know, words just can't describe the kind of crap I've been having for the past month. Of all these, just god-awful teams. So anywho, this is the T10 on Siegfried's line here, and I posted a T10 video about a year ago, but I didn't really introduce the channel. So anyways, if you didn't know about the T10 here's a quick briefing. T10 comes from the same roots of the T95, and if any of you know the T95, that thing is a whoop-ass tank, in the right situation. Has very good frontal armor, the most thick in the game, just raw armor-wise, raw statistics-wise. It has a very powerful 150 or 155 mil gun that can do a whopping 750 alpha with excellent penetration. The rate of fire is meh, but I mean, it's a pretty good gun. It's mediocre accuracy, aim time's not too shabby either, but it's hella slow. But I guess that's what you kind of get for having a tank with that much armor and a solid amount of firepower. Now, this thing is a lot like its little brother, T95. It's just a step up. It carries that same armor feature, the same thickness of the armor, which is very excellent, and it has a very tough gun melee. But, like you just saw there, the sides and the rear are incredibly weak. And this team is losing ridiculously badly. 5-12, and I have no idea what our friend in the E100 here is doing. My good friend, you are in a Tier 10 heavy tank. What are you doing at the back of the map with the artillery and the Death Star? And out of those 5 kills, I am just saying, I am by no means a good player, but I'm just saying that I have 3 out of the 5 kills that have currently been taken by this team. This E100 here, given he is a slow tank, but I mean, he's still way out in the field. He's only a sector away from spawn. I mean, come on, man. Artillery's kicked the bucket before you have. So, I mean, in this situation, this team is pretty much screwed. There's nothing they can do. The star's eliminated, and now it's just up to our friend here in the E100, Mr. Ragnarok, but it looks like the symbols have disappeared. I've actually been experiencing that lately. The symbols on, and the marks of excellence on your tank just disappear halfway through the battle. That's been happening for a couple updates now, but I don't know. Just raise awareness. Maybe they'll patch it. So yeah, that was a pretty predictable defeat. And wow, I lost not a lot of credits, but I did the most damage out of everyone on the team. And there were some Tier 10s that, well, didn't even do that much damage. Not even at all. That Waffle did about as much as half of his clip would normally do. a tier 8 placed second on the team. A tier 8 light tank did more damage than every other tier 10 on my team. So, now do you get what I'm talking about? Anywho, moving on to the next terrible battle. I had to mute a bunch of guys at the beginning because they were quite annoying. And this is the 430. I featured this tank in my last video. And we're here on Sand River. And normally I go to the spot in medium tanks. Sometimes in my heavies if they're fast enough, but I'd never do it in like an E100. I'd maybe do it in an IS-7. So I like this position because I can get up here quickly and ambush other mediums that come up the other side. And unlike the other side, you don't have this little hill right here. You only have a certain rock face as your amount of cover. So I can just sit here, hold down, wait for those meds to pop up, and get an ambush shut off. However, this tank has mediocre penetration, and that's never going to go through. But that is. So I put a good shot into the 140, and we're already down a tank. I'm pretty sure at this point the artillery is asking for things to be lit up. I take some hits, but right through the front of my turret, which is surprising, but at the same time not surprising, because it was a very flat cheek, but the armor on the turret of these Russian tanks is semi-thick. Oh well, no matter. One hit I can deal with. Ooh, a T10 Can we get a shot on him? Wasn't a very good shot, but it still went in. The E100 has just made his way up here, and I feel like silly E100 drivers may be a theme today, as this guy is about to get his ass handed to him by a load of the enemy tanks. And literally, he gets his ass handed to them as he gives his ass to a majority of the enemy tanks. So I put him around in the T-54. He backs off, but then cheers, love the cavalry's here, and an E4 comes rolling in and just plants one straight into the back of that E100. And I'm like, well, if this is Dumzo, not Dunzo, what am I thinking? If this dummy's gonna be my only line of reinforcement, I'm getting the hell out of here. And there's really a difference between running away and retreating. I can't exactly say I'm retreating, but I am going back to a position where I can compromise these guys a little better than confronting a head-to-head battle with a T-54, an E4, a 140, and a CDC, a Patton, and God knows what else is waiting out there to shoot me in the ass. So I'm retreating to a position where I can actually use the strengths of my tanks to fight these guys. And 1-6, this isn't looking very good. Artillery is oblivious and has no idea that he's about to get destroyed by everyone on the hill. He's just fired, so unless he starts moving, he's pretty much doomed. So, 1-9, and I was only talking for about 20 seconds. Wow. Things can change. Things can change very quickly. 1-10, who knew? So we put it around with the E50, but, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this rate. Because we're all gonna die anyway. I saw this coming as soon as I bolted down that hill. 1-12, who knew? You know, I don't even know who has the only kill at this point. I'm too busy trying to run away. And yes, at this point, I am just running away, because I have no idea what I'm trying to accomplish here, and we're going to lose this battle anyway. So, I'm trying to survive as long as I can, do as much damage as I can before I go down fighting. And boom, there's the rest of the guys who were coming down the hill. Unfortunately, I donked that shot on the T-54, and I am rammed by a 140. So, there's some comedy in there. But, yeah. Staggering defeat. Again, I lost a decent amount of credits, and I, as an Object 140, again, did the most damage out of everyone on my team. Tier 10's doing no damage, little to no damage. A Jaegru has done nothing. A E4 did nothing. A T92 basically just splashed someone. That E100 actually did a decent amount of damage. I'm kind of surprised by that. But, I mean, seriously, come on, guys. Step your game up. You didn't make it to Tier 10 for nothing. Their team, on the other hand, everyone did some amount of damage. I'd actually say a third of my team didn't. So, enough with the sad stuff. Let's get on to some good, clean fun. And, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's an E25. And this tank is just loads of fun. Now, brief summary of the E25. Very fast tank. This is not your traditional tank destroyer. This tank has the speed of a light tank. And if you think you're going to outflank this tank destroyer on a medium, you better watch yourself. You better play your mediums carefully, because this is no ordinary tank destroyer. This thing traverses almost like a medium tank. And the two key factors of this tank, besides the fact that it's fast, it is good traverse, it's a very low profile tank, is that it has amazing camo. Outstanding camo. This thing's almost as invisible as a Borsig. And the gun on this tank is absolutely hilarious. This is the same gun you get on the Stug, which isn't particularly good on a tier 7 tank destroyer. But this is no ordinary tank destroyer. This is an E25. And on the Stug, again, this gun is probably amazing. On this tank, it's mediocre. But it's just so damn fun. Because you only need to wait 2 seconds before you can fire your next shell. And aim your next shell. So, since you're such a low profile tank, if you ever just want to sneak up behind pretty much any Russian heavy and just sit behind them, feel free to unload your clip. Now, I was kind of surprised that that hit me. Oh, and by the way, on that note of the hammer just hitting me, hammers have been everywhere, and I just earned my hammer. I had never actually played the Tiger 1 before. To get my E100, I went Porsche Tiger VK, no, not VK, Porsche Tiger to the Tiger 2. No, not the Porsche Tiger. Blah, what am I talking about? I went VK 3002. No, I did go the Porsche Tiger. Ah, what is wrong with me? I did go Porsche Tiger, Tiger 2, and then from there. So I never actually played the Tiger 1. And once I got my hands on the hammer, I'm like, well, I've seen Tiger 1s before, and they're nothing too special. So I kind of expected that tank just to be mediocre. And it was exactly what I expected. It's mediocre. So, not my favorite tank. But, I mean, it's a free premium with a good-looking paint job, so why not? So, I head for the hill here, because all those heavies are coming around and obviously shooting me, because I'm a little E25, who can't penetrate an E25. But, you know, the funny thing about the E25 is that... Sorry. Eating some french fries right now. Pigging out while I make this video. But the funny thing about the E25 is that the armor isn't particularly good. Anything can penetrate the E25. But it's troll armor. It's not supposed to be good. It's supposed to be troll. Because it's angled very well. The gun mantlet is bouncy in places, and it's low profile. So, if you're gonna be a troll, you're gonna get this tank. Because it's everything you need to be a troll. It's a troll pack. So this big stupid heavy tanks might still think I'm on the other side of the hill. But am I? No, I'm already behind them. Because I'm an E25. And I see a nice, juicy little German just hanging around, so why not? Porsche Tiger. Once, twice, and now we're under his gun. He can no longer do anything to us, unless that happens. But, oh, he missed! So I blow his track off, and I can just sit there all day, and he couldn't do anything to me. Because this thing's just an E25. There's no other way to put it. And with the fantastic speed and maneuverability of this tank, I can zip to the other side of the map and pick up what I need to finish. Also, it's getting closer to September 11th, and I just want to take a quick moment to say, never forget the thousands of people that died that day, September 11th. I can't sympathize with any of you that may feel the pain you did that day, but I just want to take a quick moment to say, never forget. Anywho, here's another big stupid German heavy tank. And that's a stock Tiger, and he's like, what? An E25? but it's already too late, because he clearly didn't know that you can traverse your turret and your hull at the same time, which will therefore increase the traverse of your turret. Oh well. I guess that's why he died. And just cleaning up the scraps here. Ooh, hello, artillery. And, well, I didn't aim that one at all, so it didn't go anywhere. Finish him. The other guy was a one-shot wonder, so he was executed. And there's the hammer. And this, buddy, is my revenge to you. And RNGesus was on our side today, and we lived. And now, you know you're something special when you're in a tank that does 100 damage a shot, and you get at least 2,000 damage done. I almost got a Top Gun, but well, I can't really complain with those kind of scores. Well, hope you guys like the new routine. Thanks for watching.